Sometimes you'll hear a sound, taste a flavour or get a whiff of a scent, and you'll be immediately transported back to those good old days. The days before the bills and deadlines and stress. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've left them. I know you want to go back to those good old days, but do you know who else knows that? Modern media is constantly bombarding us with nostalgia. Everything is designed to make you remember. Movies, music, branding, advertising, and so much more. Nostalgia is one of the most powerful tools a business has at their disposal, because it gives us a big hit of dopamine. And in today's world of fast-paced entertainment, dopamine is what keeps us coming back for more. Nostalgia has always been used in our movies, but it's become far more commonplace in recent years. Every few weeks there's a new major project released, and more often than not, there will be something from the past at the forefront. In the past month alone, we've had appearances from Anakin, Rex, Clones, Super Commandos, Night Sisters, Thrawn, Ezra, Donna, David Tennant, Kate Stewart, and several others. However, not all nostalgia is made the same, but I'll get onto that a bit later. The film and television industry has weaponized your nostalgia. At this point, it has fundamentally infected almost every franchise, simply because the big corporations know that it works. It is a powerful tool for storytelling and marketing, but this over-reliance on the past has had a massive impact on both cinema and society as a whole. Why don't you grab a snack and let me explain. We all have emotional connections to the past, connections to things we remember fondly. It's something that unites everyone. Nostalgia is a powerful emotion that weaves the tapestry of our past into the fabric of our present. It is a bittersweet sentiment, and it can be just as comforting as it is painful. Our emotional connection to nostalgia is rooted in our innate longing for familiarity, a yearning for the simplicity and innocence of days gone by. Nostalgia can transport us back to cherished moments, invoking vivid memories of childhood, friendships, and pivotal life events. It tugs at our heartstrings and reminds us of the people and places that have shaped us. But nostalgia isn't just about reminiscing. It's a reminder of our growth and evolution. It allows us to measure the distance between who we were and who we've become. Nostalgia connects us to our past selves. In a rapidly changing world, nostalgia serves as an emotional anchor, grounding us in a familiar past while we navigate an uncertain future. It's really a testament to the enduring power of human memory and the profound impact of our experiences on our emotions and sense of self. But how do movies fit into all of this? Movies tap into our nostalgia by transporting us back to happier times. Through their visuals, music, and relatable stories, they rekindle our emotional connections to specific eras, evoking the sights and sounds of the past. Whether it's the retro feeling of the 1980s in Stranger Things, or the future utopian visions of the 1960s seen in Star Trek. Films stir our memories and emotions. They provide a sense of comfort and connection, allowing us to revisit the moments that shaped us. In a way, movies serve as a cinematic time capsule, preserving and celebrating the essence of days gone by, allowing us to feel more connected to our own past. That all sounds great. However, like most things that make money, this too has been squeezed dry over the past few years. Despite all of these positives, great memories and emotions that come with nostalgic content, big corporations have milked it for all it's worth. Every month there's a new reboot, reimagining, or continuation of some old franchise. It doesn't matter if the story had a satisfying ending like Toy Story or Star Wars. If there's money to be made, then you can bet that the IP will be dug up and repackaged for a modern audience. In order to really drive this point home, here is just a few of the many examples of nostalgia in media over the past couple years. This is going to be a nightmare to edit, but here we go. Kenobi, Anakin, Ahsoka, Rex, Luke, Leia, Han, Cad Bane, Darth Maul, Vader, the Millennium Falcon, Hera, Sabine, Chopper, Ezra, Spider-Man, Spider-Man's villains, Wolverine, Professor X, Black Bolt, Kingpin, Daredevil, the crew of Star Trek Next Generation, Seven of Nine, Tuvok, Captain Janeway, Q, David Tennant, Donna, Jack Harkness, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Ghostbusters, Batman, Dumbledore, Nicholas Flamel, Nagini, and last and definitely least, Professor McGonagall, who was definitely only included for nostalgia. How do I know this? Because her character shouldn't even have been born when the Fantastic Beasts movies take place. If you can think of any other examples of recent nostalgic content that I definitely missed, please put them down in the comments for people to see. I did a poll recently on my community tab to see which of the upcoming Marvel projects you lot are most looking forward to, and the overwhelming majority said the new Deadpool movie. And I'm guessing that's partly because of the nostalgia and hype surrounding the return of Wolverine. But this just goes to further prove that nostalgia makes money. I'm going to do another poll to see what is your favourite recent returning character. So if you'd like to vote, you know where to go. Hollywood seem to have two options when it comes to creating new stories. Either they play it safe and use a tried and tested formula, like resorting to nostalgia, or they can take a risk and do something creative. With so much money and so many jobs on the line, it's no surprise that big studios prefer to play it safe. Creativity and formulaic storytelling represent two contrasting approaches in the world of filmmaking and storytelling. Creativity is the lifeblood of innovation and artistic expression. Creative storytelling involves breaking free from conventions, thinking outside the box, and daring to explore uncharted territories. It thrives on originality, bringing fresh perspectives, unique characters, and imaginative worlds to the screen. Creative storytellers are willing to take risks, pushing boundaries to craft narratives that surprise, challenge, and resonate deeply with audiences. On the other hand, formulaic storytelling adheres to established templates and patterns that have been proven successful in the past. It often relies on predictable plot structures and genre conventions. While formulaic storytelling can provide comfort and familiarity, it sometimes sacrifices depth and authenticity for the sake of mass appeal. This approach can lead to repetitive and uninspired narratives that feel stale and lack the emotional impact of more creative endeavours. The tension between creativity and formulaic storytelling is a constant in the film industry. While formulas can guarantee commercial success, they don't always foster true artistry. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I don't believe every use of nostalgia in modern media is created equal. A formula doesn't need to be so rigid. It can be used as a solid foundation to allow a writer to build something new, something creative. Similar to how Doctor Who is using some tried and tested nostalgia in the 60th anniversary to boost the series, in order to build a stronger introduction for a new and fresh version of the Doctor next year. A stronger introduction than other recent attempts. Striking a balance between these two approaches is the key to crafting stories that are both entertaining and thought-provoking. The most memorable films often emerge when creativity breaks free from formula. It should be our goal to create something fresh to savour, while tapping into the timeless elements of storytelling that resonate with our deepest emotions and experiences. Speaking of goals, I'm about a quarter of the way to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I spend a lot of time trying to make the best videos I can for your enjoyment, so if you could help me out by hitting that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Not only is nostalgia used by the film and television industry, it also has a massive influence on our society as a whole, shaping our cultural, emotional, and even economic landscapes. Nostalgia acts as a powerful connector between generations, uniting people over shared memories and experiences. It fuels our sense of identity, providing a link to our personal and collective past. One significant impact of nostalgia is its role in shaping our pop culture. Nostalgia-driven trends and revivals are prevalent in fashion, music, and entertainment, giving rise to the resurgence of vintage styles and reboots of classic franchises. Just look at the return of retro technology like record players, for example. Even how modern songs like Seven Rings by Ariana Grande samples part of the song My Favourite Things from The Sound of Music. This cyclical nature of nostalgia ensures that the past constantly informs the present. Nostalgia also has therapeutic effects. It can provide comfort and emotion during times of upheaval or uncertainty, as people seek solace in familiar memories and traditions. Maybe this is why we have fallen into such a reliance on nostalgia in recent years, given how much the world has changed and the horrible events that we have collectively gone through. This emotional connection to the past can actually improve our well-being and mental health. However, nostalgia can also have a downside. Resisting change in favour of what is familiar may hinder our progress and innovation. This over-reliance on familiar formulas is all too common nowadays. Big companies want predictable results, so they use predictable formulas. Just look at the stagnation within the technology industry. Yes, there are still some companies innovating and shaking things up, but the biggest companies have already found their winning formula. So why would they want to risk big changes when they can make micro changes each year and see steady, reliable growth? Apple is one of, if not the biggest company in the world, worth around $3 trillion and having over 150,000 employees. Clearly they're doing something right. And with so much on the line, I can absolutely see why they often go with a safer approach. They frequently use nostalgia, whether it's references to Steve Jobs in their presentations, or referencing old products in their marketing materials. But that's not what I want to discuss in this video. Despite loving their products, even I can admit that the changes they make from one year to another are often minimal. However, in some ways this is a great thing. One way being that you know what you're getting. A lot of people believe their products are overpriced, and they aren't entirely wrong, but we're willing to pay that price because we know we will get a high quality experience in return. You know what experience to expect when you get a new iPhone, and that is what I can see happening in the movie industry. Big movie companies bring back these characters we love because we go to see the films. But we go to see the films because we know what experience we're going to be getting with these old characters. Watching a new character, you have no idea what's coming. It could be brilliant or it could be awful. It's a wild card. Whereas with old characters, we're more likely to spend the time and money because we know that we're going to get a high quality experience in return. Big film and television companies aren't going to stop using nostalgia to buy your engagement. It makes them too much money, and honestly I don't think they should stop. Nostalgia can be great, it just needs to be balanced. Balancing nostalgia and originality is the key to a balanced society. Nostalgia provides comfort in an ever-changing world while connecting us to our roots, preserving traditions and cherished memories that shape our identities. However, an overindulgence in nostalgia can halt progress and innovation. Originality, on the other hand, is an engine of creativity and growth. It propels us forward, pushing boundaries and ushering in new ideas, technologies and art forms. Originality fuels invention, allowing us to tackle modern day challenges and imagine a better future. But at the same time, an obsession with the new can lead to a disconnect from our cultural heritage and a loss of the wisdom embedded in our past. So it's vital that we find a balance between nostalgia and originality, the past and the present. We should embrace nostalgia as a source of comfort and inspiration, while also valuing originality as the driver of evolution and improvement. Striking this balance allows us to remember our past, while at the same time creating something new. No matter if it's used for good or evil, nostalgia in movies and memories in general are one of the most powerful forces in the world, because they are a glimpse into something that we can never possess again, no matter how much money, power or influence you have. The pain and joy of remembering is a universal experience. Even this week, this day, this very moment is now a memory. You didn't realise you were making memories, you just knew you were having fun.